So, you want to launch and grow a successful YouTube channel, but you're overwhelmed by the conflicting advice. Someone's telling you you need to buy a professional camera. Someone else is telling you you need to master your thumbnail design. And all you really want is someone to tell you the step by step process of exactly what you need to do and when you need to do it in order to set you up for success. And that's what this video is all about. And here's the thing, there's some things that you need to do before you set up your YouTube channel in order to set you up for the most success and hit the ground running. And that's exactly what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you through step by step what you need to do before you set up your YouTube channel so that you're set up for success from day one. If you already have a YouTube channel and you need to revive it, this is for you as well. So grab a piece of paper, a pen, like this video, and subscribe if you aren't already. And let's go. For time management purposes, all of these things can be done over the span of a week when you have time. I'm saying this because I'm confident that you're not a full-time video creator or a full-time content creator, and time is important to you. In this video, we're going to get into 4 things that you need to do before you even create that first video for your YouTube channel. Those 4 things are strategy, equipment, lighting, and audio. The first thing that you need is your strategy. Now, before you roll your eyes or think it's going to be some time-consuming process, this is actually super simple and shouldn't take much time at all. In fact, this is actually going to help you create the best content for the people who need and want to see it the most. So the first question you need to answer for your YouTube channel strategy is, who is your content for? Now, this isn't necessarily your niche. We can get to that later. First thing that you need to think about is your audience. One person that you can identify that really needs to see and hear your video content. This could be one person or a group of similar people who are really going to find value in your video content. Knowing who you're creating your video content for will really help it land in the right place at the right time and in front of the right people. Some characteristics that you'll want to consider are, what do they look like? Consider some of their demographic information, like where they live, what their gender is, and even their age. What life stage are they in? Are they just getting started with their career? Are they an employee with a company and are really considering branching out on their own? Or they could be an entrepreneur who really wants to build their personal brand online so that people can get to know, like, and trust them faster. What do they care about? What are their interests? What do they like? What do they not like? That's really important too. And what motivates them? What's their vibe? Write down who this person is. You can even give them a name and write in as much detail as possible. You can spend 5 minutes, 10 minutes, however long it takes to write the details of who this ideal person is that you want to target with your video content on your YouTube channel. I have ChatGPT prompts in my video acceleration vault, so if that's of interest to you, I'll include a link in the description for you to access. That will allow you to dive deeper from the very beginning as you're developing your persona and building your video content. Once you've built a video library and really created some consistency on your YouTube channel, that's when you can evaluate and determine if you want to move your video content focus from a particular person or group of people, or if you want to move it to a niche. But you'll definitely need to have some data in order to determine when and how and where that transition needs to take place. The second part of your YouTube content strategy is your content format. Now, this is something like what I'm doing right now. It's a talking head or talking to camera video, which is really common and popular on YouTube. Another format that's popular is blogging. And this is where you might be doing a day in the life or having people follow you around in your day-to-day activities or showing something of interest that's going on in your life that really attracts people to you as an individual personal brand. It could also be unboxing things or funny videos or animated tutorials. Whatever those types are, have 2 of them that you want to focus on when you first launch your YouTube channel. The 2 most common non-gaming video formats on YouTube are vlogging and talking head, which is what I'm doing here. Pick 2 different video formats that you want to start so that you can mix it up a little bit and really understand what your ideal customers like and what type of content they're going to want to engage in. Also consider if you want to be on or off camera. Off camera is going to allow you more flexibility as an individual to be behind the scenes, but be more creative in how you convey your message and the value that you're delivering, and also in the way that you're delivering it. If you're going to be on camera, then you really need to think through how you're going to help your ideal customers get to know, like, and trust you faster. On camera is the quickest and best way to make that happen. Know that when you start, you can always change this later. The point of this part of the strategy is to identify what type of video content you want to start creating. And from there, you just want to watch your analytics and see what's hitting, what's not, and then you can always pivot or change it later. Know that your first videos are not going to tell you a whole lot about the performance. It's going to take some time to really build up the momentum and get eyeballs on your videos so that you have the analytics to determine what's working and what's not working. The next part of your YouTube strategy is to really immerse yourself in the platform by watching some of your favorite YouTubers. If you're going to participate or start creating content for a platform, it's really important that you understand the platform, how people are using it, and even how people are viewing it. Now, don't worry about it if you haven't been on YouTube very long. In fact, if this is your very first time on YouTube and you just created an account or you haven't even created an account yet, you're okay. Just know that if you haven't been on here for years or any length of time, that it will be important for you to dive into YouTube, find creators in the space or the type of content that you're wanting to create so that you can follow them and really dive into their videos and understand how they're creating it, what topics they're talking about, what types of B-roll are they using, what are the comments that people are leaving in the comments, what questions are they asking, what are they saying. That's going to give you a lot of information. But most importantly about this step is to understand how creators in your space or creators who are serving value to the same ideal customer that you identified early on are sharing content on YouTube. If you skip this step, it's going to make it really difficult for you to create content that's going to help you be successful on YouTube. So you don't want to skip the step. You definitely want to find 3 to 5 YouTubers or content creators who are sharing or creating the same type of content that you want to create and really immerse yourself in their videos. Review them and analyze them and see the titles and the thumbnails and their opening or the beginning or what we like to call the hook. What questions are they asking? How long are the videos? What question or call to action is at the end? What do they send people to on the end screen? There's a lot of information that you can gather from other YouTubers. That's why it's so important to find some in your space and really dive in and immerse yourself in their content so that you can better understand what makes them successful. The next thing that you need to know before you start your YouTube channel is what equipment do you need? I'm here to tell you, you do not need to go out and buy some fancy camera to start creating videos for YouTube. In fact, you have exactly what you need right now in your pocket. So the very first piece of equipment that you need to start your YouTube channel is your phone. There is a difference in quality in the front and rear camera. So you'll definitely want to make sure that you're using the rear facing camera, which has a higher quality camera, and it'll give you the higher quality video. And please do not invest in a fancy camera at this point as you're just starting your YouTube channel. In fact, set yourself a goal. If you want to have one of those fancy cameras, set yourself a goal. And when you monetize your channel, take some of that money and reinvest it in your business by buying one of those fancy cameras. The other piece of equipment that you'll need, it's not really hardware, but it's software. You're going to need a video editing software. And there's good news here too. You do not need to go out and buy fancy programs for video editing. There are plenty of options available for both Apple and Android for desktop and mobile for you to try and get used to before you decide if you even want to be editing your own videos. There are plenty of resources that you can outsource your videos to. But if you want to continue editing your own videos, getting comfortable with just the simpler programs and applications is going to help you better understand what you like, what you don't like, and that's going to help you identify what editing software is best for you moving forward. If you're an Apple user, desktop or phone, you've got access to an app called iMovie. This is the app that any creators on Apple devices, I'm Android, so I'm assuming that this is accurate, that this is a really simple to use application for people who are new to the video editing process. It has all the tools, resources, and features that you need to get started with editing your own videos. One of the video editing apps that I always recommend is CapCut. It's so good for Apple, Android, desktop, mobile. It's super easy to use and has a lot of free features that that you have access to as soon as you download it. I always like to have complete transparency. CapCut is owned by the same company that owns TikTok. If you're a PC user or a Microsoft user and you're like, I don't want to use CapCut, what's another option? You can always go to DaVinci Resolve. This is a really good application that has a lot of free features. And it's good if you decide that you do want to continue with editing your own videos. It scales up so that you can continue using those features, get comfortable with the application, and grow from there. The next thing you need before starting your YouTube channel is good audio. Now, when I first started creating videos for my YouTube channel, I made sure I was in a quiet space. However, the first purchase I'll recommend before you get to that fancy camera is to buy yourself a Bluetooth microphone. And the reason being is that you're not always going to be in a quiet space. If you want to go outside and shoot videos, even if you think it's quiet, there might be some wind that creates additional noise that you don't want in your video. And having a microphone is really going to help eliminate that. And believe it or not, audio is really high on the importance scale when it comes to people who are viewing video content. There's a wide spectrum of Bluetooth microphones that you can even clip on your clothes and make it super simple to record and get great audio. The next thing that you need before starting your YouTube channel is good lighting. Now, if you've got natural resources like a window or a space that lets in natural lighting, that's really all you need to start your YouTube channel. If you're in a place where you don't have good lighting, you can purchase a ring light, which is a really good first purchase when you're creating videos for your YouTube channel. And the good thing is when you have a lighting source like a ring light, then it's something that you can take with you so that if you go outside or go to a different location, you have the lighting that you need to record and maximize your time. If you're filming outside, you'll just need to look around and find the best lighting source, but always test your videos beforehand so that you can make sure what you think is good lighting is the best lighting for your videos. Take a look at my first video. I was recording this with my laptop camera. I had lighting coming in from a window, so it was natural lighting, and it was in a quiet space. I wasn't using a microphone or anything. Now, it's not the greatest video, but hey, I got it done, right? That brings me to this last point that I want to make is your background. This is something that a lot of new YouTubers really worry about because they see all these other YouTubers who've been doing it for years and years and have built up to the point where they've got really nice backgrounds that when they start their YouTube channel, they think they need to have a big fancy background as well. And that's not the case. You don't need to set up a studio space. All you really need is a good background that you're happy with. And if you don't have a background that you're happy with or you don't want to use in your videos, just find a blank wall that you can use because really the focus needs to be on you and your message, not what's going on behind you. I've moved so many times in the last 6 years that my background has constantly changed. So if you're worried about you're going to be moving a lot or you're not at home most of the time and that's really where you want to create your video content, know that you can mix it up a little bit and keep your background interesting. And that might be what your viewers actually want to see. They want to see you mixing it up a little bit. So why not try it? I have one more thing that you need to do before you set up your YouTube channel. But before I reveal what that is, make sure that you like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. The last thing you need to do before you set up your YouTube channel is to use your equipment and record a video. No, you're not going to be posting this on your channel, but you are going to analyze your video so that you can test the equipment and see if it is up to your standards with posting it on your channel. It doesn't have to be long. It can just be 60 seconds. I do recommend that you make it horizontal so you can see all of your surroundings. But what you're going to be looking for in this is to look at the lighting. Does it look okay? Is your audio quality good? Is your background going to be okay with you? And is it too distracting or okay for your viewers when they're watching your videos? So this video is just to test and make sure that all of the pieces are in place so that when your YouTube channel is up and running, you are set to hit the ground running for success from day one. Now, you're probably wondering, oh, what's next? So from this once shy and now introverted YouTuber, I want you to watch this video so that you can get tips for creating confidence on camera from day one, setting you up for success as soon as you launch your YouTube channel.